Hello, my name is Emily. I am a third-year film student, and today I'll be doing the natural sciences tours. However, I will not be the only person speaking today. We do have a lovely guest who will be teaching you and telling you more about the facility here at Middlesex.
So this is a machine called high performance liquid chromatography. So this basically, it has the ability to break any kind of proteins into millions and millions of parts, and then you can find out. For an example, if you're a sportsman and if you go through a checkup, if you have taken any drugs, it has the ability to break down your urine into small molecules, and then it can detect all the drugs that you have taken within a short period of time. This is this is one of the most expensive machines, and even in the university, this is only like the third university that has this machine throughout London. So
Well, so it's the third university.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so
amazing.
it's a new machine. It costs more than $500,000, so
Oh my goodness.
it's a very expensive one. And then we have few more machines that can do similar work like protein breakdowns and then analyze samples as well.
Yes, and what kind of sciences would you be
So
studying?
this is chemistry-based, biochemistry, and chemistry students will be mostly using these machines because these are all molecules. They'll study the molecule structures and how they break down and how the machine works and everything.
So do you think having this machine and all the access to the other machines have definitely given you advantage in your industry? Like, do you feel it's given you a bit of a leg
Oh,
up?
yeah, definitely. Like if you want to do any therapeutic studies or any drug study, definitely this is very useful because you can see the structure of each and every molecule you have, every drug that a patient has taken and how it's going to prolong for a long time. So you can check everything from these machines. So that's the advantage of these machines. All of these machines, they have different individual like properties that you can use for study or research.
Absolutely amazing. I didn't know that was here.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So this is one of the teaching labs that we have for biology students. So anyone who's doing animal studies or plant-based studies, they'll be mainly here. So there are a lot of lecturers who are well qualified, and they have research where they go out and then do research. So last year there was a lecturer. He and his students went to, I think, South America, and then found out about some animals, and they did research here. So this is the teaching lab for biology students.
Right, okay. Do you know how many students it will fit in this lab?
Around 40.
Around 40
But
students.
with the current situation, I don't think we can keep 40 students in the lab.
Yes,
So
yeah, obviously.
we are going to minimize that and see how much we can keep and then regulate the lectures or the lab sessions.
Yes, so you're going to have the COVID guidelines in place in all lectures. That's amazing. That's really good. That's absolutely amazing. Is there any questions that we have so far at all?
So how often would students really be in this room a week?
Normally, before COVID,
Yeah.
it was like every 2 to 3 days they were here. So mainly 2 to 3 days a week they had lectures. But with COVID situation, they're planning to reduce that amount and then have most of the lectures online and then have few one-to-one as well. So it depends. It's not confirmed yet, but hopefully it will be soon confirmed.
Yeah, that's amazing. And placements, do you know much about placements for natural sciences?
Natural sciences, we don't have much placements, but if you talk to the respective lecturers, they can help you with something and then guide you what you should do and how to get a better placement.
So placement is an optional
It's
sort
optional,
of choice. Okay,
yeah.
that's absolutely fine, but they do get some guidance
Yeah.
and some help with finding placement if that's something that you're interested in. So obviously, like I said, here are the lecture theatres. Unfortunately, we can't get into this one right now. However, do you know how many people can fit into the lecture theatre?
This one is a big one. It's like the CG76, so around 100, 150. In the lectures, you will be taught the principles of each technique, but you get hands-on experience in the lab sessions. So you get a better understanding of the techniques. And then if you go to a real world, you know what to do regardless. You get training anyway, but you know the basics, you know how to do things. And especially Middlesex have a lot of new modern techniques. So even if you go to NHS or any pharmaceutical company, we use the same kind of techniques. So you don't have to bother learning. You already know the principles, you know already how to use it. So that's the best thing between lectures and learning.
Would you say the facility is what sets Middlesex apart from other places when studying natural sciences?
I know the facilities is very limited, but still we have the best facilities. Most of the universities have the facilities, but they don't have sources. But we have the sources and the facilities together, so that's make Middlesex the best, one of the best in London. So this is the biomedical engineering side. So biomedical engineering is based on the techniques that you use during biomedical studies. So this has a lot of equipment inside, and I'll try if I can. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. There you go, come first. Oh wow.
Please.
So is it heating controlled in here as well?
Yeah, everything is controlled, but some of the, if they're working on some machineries, it needs some temperatures that, for them to work, so they maintain that temperature as well.
Right, okay. So obviously right now it's a little bit chilly, so is it like this all the time?
Because the lab is closed for a long time.
Right.
The circulation.
Okay.
I showed you some machines, but those are not. So,
No, that's absolutely fine. Thank you very much.
as you can see, a lot of electronics. They do a lot of electronics stuff. That's what biomedical engineering is. So,
And do the students have access to swap the software from remotely?
So every student will get access and free softwares from Middlesex. So there is like a page where you can access all the softwares, especially statistics, because a lot of science students have to do statistical analysis. So they get all the softwares for free.
Oh, wow.
And then you get Word, PowerPoint, the basic ones free as well. So, and then if you're using any other software, you can talk to your module leader or your lecturer, and they will help you to get it free. And then we have special computer support as well. So if you have your laptop, your personal laptop, then you can ask them to fix everything into your laptop. They will help you, and it's all free.
Amazing. And these softwares that they use at the university every year, are they expensive like softwares?
They're really expensive. So normally I think it costs around £1,000
wow.
a year.
Amazing. So you're saving £1,000 a year.
Some of them are very cheap, but some of them are very expensive. So
yeah,
regardless of the software, how much it costs, the university will provide you. That's
absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And what is your favourite sort of piece of equipment or favourite sort of valve that you have here?
My favorite is because I'm doing cancer research, is the cancer labs.
Right.
So we'll go up there and we'll see some.
Fabulous. Now we're going to the cancer research lab now. Right, so this is the biomedical teaching lab. Okay, and how many labs do you have for biomedical?
This is the only teaching lab for biomedical sciences.
Okay.
So you'll be doing loads of techniques here, such as gel electrophoresis, DNA extraction, RNA extraction. A lot of them, like histology-based pathology, everything will be done here because it's a large lab. So we divide groups, the students into groups, and then we'll have lectures from morning till evening.
Right, okay.
So
So everyone has the same sort of page, but just smaller classes,
Small
that everyone
classes.
has the same opportunities.
Yeah.
That's
but with the current situation, I think we are going to minimize that
Even
as well,
smaller.
even smaller, and then have more groups. So it hasn't been confirmed yet, but in the future, the students will get to know with the timetable and everything, so they can access by UniHub.
Yes, obviously scheduling will be more for when you've enrolled and everything. So what kind of equipment do you have in here?
So we have microscopes for pathology-based studies. So when you do pathology-based studies, you'll have the ability to come and have a look at your own slides.
Oh wow.
So you can check your own slides, how it looks and everything. And then we've got CCR machines over there.
Oh, the one with the covers on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones with the orange color.
Oh
lining.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope everyone can see that.
And then we got incubators. This is a UV imager. So when you have a gel that's run, so you use UV light to detect the bands. So for an example, if you have a cell line and you want to check a protein, you extract the protein from the cell line and then you run a gel and then you can image your gel, the protein band from the imager.
Amazing.
And those are gel electrophoresis machines. So we make a gel and then we put it here and then we run your proteins, and depending on the electricity and the molecular weight of your protein, it will run through, and then you can detect it from the imager there.
Absolutely amazing. And would you say this is all industry standard equipment?
Yeah. Some of them we have more modern stuff, but still the principle is the same, the basics. And then we have hood flows where you can do chemical-based studies, because some of the chemicals we used are not good for inhaling, because some of them can cause cancer. So
oh wow.
It's better to do inside the hood. So we allow students. We normally don't let the students handle like toxic stuff, but if they are doing, they should do inside the hood.
Wow, that's amazing.
So what's your favourite thing about natural sciences at Middlesex?
It's the lecturers, I would say. They are very helpful. I've been to so many universities. I haven't seen such lecturers as helpful and friendly like at Middlesex, because you can talk to them. They're like your family. You can talk to them with anything, right? When I came from Middlesex to do my master's, I didn't know anything about London, and I was a very shy person. But eventually, the program leader spoke to me, and she was like a mother to me. So she was like, "Oh, you do well in your exams, but you don't speak to us. So you should start talking to us." And then only I started talking to them, and then realized, oh, what a nice place this is.
Yeah.
And then I could email her like in the midnight, and then she replied to me by 4 o'clock in the morning. That's how cool they are. So even if you have anything, you can talk to them anytime.
Yeah,
Lovely.
that's great. Well, obviously she's nice and she's lovely. Obviously, not all lecturers would appreciate an email so you're late in the night.
Yeah.
However, most lecturers do go a little bit above and beyond for their students, which is really great.
Yeah, because some of the universities have like, if you want to meet a certain lecturer, you need to book an appointment. So they have like from 12 to 2. That's it. You can talk to them after that. But Middlesex, you can talk to them 24 hours. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's also great.
And have you had many opportunities while in the university, just generally as well?
Yeah, because I currently work in the NHS, so I know what stuff we have, what techniques we have, and how it has helped me. So obviously, the degree and some of the master courses are accredited by IBMS, which will help the biomedical students to get NCPC registration, which is essential if they're working in the NHS.
Right.
So that's the best part of biomedical sciences at Middlesex.
Oh, that's amazing.
Cool.
Right, what's the next?
Yeah.
Okay.
So students have to keep their stuff in the locker before they come in, because they can't take anything. No jewelry, no headbands, nothing. So your hair should be tight, especially girls should have their hair tight. No caps allowed, no lipstick, no jewelry allowed.
Oh wow, okay.
So you have to keep everything, all your belongings here, and you can easily put a pond and lock it and keep the key with you, so no one can.
Oh, okay. So sort of like a trolley token,
Yeah.
anything like that can go into these.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
So you
then-
can keep your bags.
and it's
stuff,
also
everything.
secured, yeah,
Yeah.
and because you have a key.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
come here, you can see the models of each human organ.
Oh wow. That's amazing. So these are the parts of the nation we've got.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So for example, this is a liver, this is a kidney, and this is also kidney. This is the heart,
Oh wow.
and this is our lungs. This is the baby when inside the womb.
So are the midwifery students here as well? Okay,
Yeah.
right, that makes sense. Where there the
And this is a human skull, if you like to see.
oh wow, yeah. Should we come on to the all these?
Don't get scared though.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
So as a postgraduate student, do you see a lot of the undergraduate students in natural sciences go and continue on here as well?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the students I've taught who have come to do their masters because they know what facilities they have and what can they get out of Middlesex. So most of them come here, and some of them go and do work in a company or a pharmaceutical company or in the NHS. Because currently where I work, I have 3 of my students working there as well.
Oh wow.
So it's amazing. That's a good journey for them. But it all depends on what they want to do and how they want to build their career and what their future is going to lie on.
Yeah, would you say that Middlesex is quite supportive then for
Definitely, yeah.
into
Especially
career?
like even if you're looking for jobs, MDX Works will help you definitely from how to prepare your CV, how to face an interview, and how to get a job as well. So that's the best part because and all of them are for free. So.
Yes, yeah, all free services. So there we go. Definitely take advantage of that.
Okay, so this is the microbiology lab where all the biomedical science students and the biology students will be studying about microbiology, the microbes and everything, how to grow the microbes, not corona, but the other ones, the safe ones, and then how to stain them and what other detection techniques they use. Everything is done here. So this is a teaching lab for microbiology. And they have microbiology exams here as well, where they have to identify microbes. So,
oh wow.
Yeah.
So with the with the natural sciences, are there exams with the courses?
Yeah. So you have exams, you have assignments, you have lab reports, and then you have your final year project. So in your final year, after you completed all your courses, or in December last year, mid of your course year, you'll have to select what areas do you want to do. And then depending on the availability, they will assign you a supervisor where you'll have to do a research with them and write a research thesis. And then depending on that, you'll get your grades. And it's 1/3 of your whole module. So if you do well in your research, you'll get a good grade.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So here we have a lot of agar plates. I'm sure anyone who knows a little bit of microbiology, these are the ones that we use to grow microbes, and everything is done by the technicians. So they will help all the students to prepare everything. The students have to come and see what the protocol says and then do lab techniques accordingly.
Okay. Do you work like close with the technicians?
I don't do microbiology, I do pathology-based studies. So I do some teaching as well, depending on the availability of the lecturers. And I help with a lot of pathology-based studies for undergraduate and postgraduate as well.
Right, okay.
Hi, so this is the cancer lab where other techniques will be taught for students mostly. And then if they're doing any research project related to these techniques, then they will be here. Come here, I'll show you that. So this is called a spectrophotometer. So if you have a sample, you have several dyes, you put it there, and then you measure the concentration of your drugs or how much toxic your drugs have been into cancer. So it's all cancer-based studies. That's why this is one of the main equipment. And then there, some of my colleagues are doing Western blotting. So it's like you extract the proteins from your cancer cells, and if you want to see a protein that you desire, you extract the proteins, you run a gel, and then separate them, and then you do antibody testing on it, and then you can detect the proteins. So it's mostly important for detection of cancer. So different cancers express different proteins. So if you want to learn things, that's the best way to do it. It's a very sensitive method, so it's a good technique. And then this is a very modern equipment which is called the synthesizer. Because Middlesex have recently started nanotechnology and nano-based studies, so this can find out the nanometers of your drugs, how much size it is, what's the base of it, the ions, anything that's related to it. So this is a new equipment that we have, and it's very limited around the world.
Oh wow, that's great.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any questions for this part of the lab?
Not at the moment, no.
So this is the biomedical engineering area, biophysics and biomedical engineering. So as you can see, there's a lot of mechanical equipment. Unfortunately, I don't know much about these things, but it's all about biophysics and biochemistry. Recently, they made a machine that can detect cancer in 30 minutes with a blood. So they can, if you go to GP, you just give a blood sample and they will detect it in 30 minutes. Yeah. And then one of my colleagues is trying to patent another one where you give a urine sample, it will say what kind of bacteria you have in your body and the amount of dosage that they can prescribe and what are the antibiotics that you're resistant to as well.
Oh wow, so not only you like destroying other cells and cancer cells, but you can also help create like a new system. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know
That's what the engineering students do.
Yeah,
So,
wow, that's amazing.
Okay.
And this is the molecular area where the students will be doing molecular-based studies. So if they want to look into the DNA levels, the RNA levels, or the microRNA levels, like the smaller sizes of DNA, these are the machines that they use. So these are for TCR machines. So that's all for research studies as well. So any undergraduate student who's willing to do molecular-based research in the final year, this is where they're going to work.
Oh wow, amazing. Before you said about you have to buy cell lines, was it?
Cell lines.
Oh, sorry, cell lines. So do you know, do the university kind of help, like?
So for undergraduate students, they get a budget of £500. So it's done by the university, so they don't have to spend a penny.
So yeah, technically it's free in the budget. Okay.
Yeah, everything is for free for undergraduate and postgraduate students. It's only for PhDs who have to buy the stuff.
Right.
So,
Okay.
the students will get funding from the university to do their research, so it's all free.
Absolutely, that's amazing. So technically
Lovely.
they just get all this equipment, all these opportunities for free.
Yeah.
Wow, I think I chose the wrong subject.
And plus,